Alright, so this is video number 2 and the tutorial in this special tutorial series. Okay, so uh, topic is, right, we already know this, and most of us have done this, but there's some things that needs to be said. You must have at least 4 high resolution photo references. You have to have this. For your sake and for my sake when I try to help you. And it's critical for high resolution. If for some rare reason you do not have 4, you need to have minimum 3. Minimum 3 high resolution images. And the reason why is obviously that the photo references contain all the data you need, every data you need. For example, digital bunny clock, right? The drawing is good, to help block out the initial shape. But the photo references, it has the material feel, how it interacts with the lighting and the shadows, and just real world scale, real world proportional details and information. Okay, uh, like this water bottle. Okay, or this internet router. Right. This one was tricky. Stereo speakers. Okay, like I look for things like this. How much of a lip is there? A bevel lip. How sharp edges are there? This part, how much of a distance is there in there? I look at the shadow and I kind of calculate like how high it's gonna be when rendered, and trying to come close to the physical the Arnold render, right? And the proportions, everything, how round of a bevel I need, all of that I make account for and I think about when modeling. And even when I help out with the student models, I try to think at that level and not cut corners and not sell you short. And like this one, the lunchbox, all of that information. Even this treasure chest, the small knick-knack treasure chest. That comes to my next thing, where um, have these cropped. For example, where? Oh, where? It's already 3 minutes. Crop it, crop it, crop it, crop it, crop it. The reason why is in Maya, you know, if I can save space, and because there's gonna be multiple references, and if they're just the right size, it's just good in general, and it will help me too. But you don't have to crop it too tight. Like this is the tightest I want you to crop it at most. Or like here, this works. Kind of tight though, but still, it's good. That would be good. Like this one, it could use some cropping. It's wasting space here, because when I plaster all of this inside of Maya as a billboard of image references, it's gonna take up more space, and clutter up everything. So it has to be cropped. It has to be cropped, cropped, cropped. Okay, so crop it and name them. You have to name them, because when I come to your workstation and things are not named, and I'm looking at multiple things, let's say in here like image 1 2 3 4 5 or references, it's gonna get confusing. And those references, image references, uh, yeah, they have to be named 100%. For example, digital bunny clock, back, front, side, top. because when I come around to help you guys, it will help me too and help us run smoothly, or attempt to run more smoothly, right? And then save them to your source images folder, right? Several of you have been doing this, and I was really pleased. Like, oh, that's awesome. So I have your project 1 hard surface modeling, source images, and I made separate folders. Okay, so next, place them into your Maya scene in a specific way. I thought I was gonna cut this video short, but it's only been like 6 minutes, so there's some more information related to this. So place them into your Maya scene in a specific way. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm gonna do a couple of runs in terms of setting some of these up as an example. First, double check your project directory, right? Like file, set project, right? It says set project, but like I mentioned in my previous tutorial, it's not really setting your project. I interpret as set project as you're gonna make a new project to set. That's how I interpret it. But in here, it basically means pick one of these to have as your project. Right now, I don't have a project set for my this new tutorial series called Surviving Maya Project Guide Step-by-Step Checklist. Now I'm back in here, and I don't have a project for this, and I cannot use the set project folder. There's nothing in here. I could make this, but that doesn't do much of anything, right? So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go in here, File, Project Window. Current project is set to this, hard surface modeling. I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to name it, it's going to be named Surviving Maya Project Guide. And I'm going to hit Accept. Okay. Now if I go Control-Shift-S, just to double check, alright, we're good. It's saving it to my Surviving Maya Project Guide into my scenes. Good. And let me name this Surviving Maya Guide. Yeah. In part 2. Right, I think it's gonna be part 2. Yeah, it's part 2 video. And I'm gonna write down setting up image references. Right. And save. Good. Everything's clean. I reset the prefs, everything. Now I'm gonna dump some images. So let's start with the front. Right, front, right. View, select camera. As you can see, it selects it here, and here it is, front. Okay, we're all good, right? So again, you can go view, select camera. To me, that seems to be the most easiest. If not, grab it from here. So there's 2 ways. Now I go to my attribute editor. I have all this stuff. I like to just close everything because it's confusing. I'm just gonna go to environment, create, bam, front. Just making sure where we are in the 3D world. Now let's set to the front camera. I'm gonna go the folder icon, click it. Alright, so here we are, it's all in here. Let's do some dry runs. So let's set up. Okay, I'm gonna set up the front camera, the object. Which one? For now, I'm gonna choose the digital bunny clock. Okay, and front. Here's our front. So that's for the sketch, right? So open. Here we are. And what I like to do is from here, I want to just pull it back. And I'm going to pull it back in space. Here's my front. just pull it back in space. Around here. Reason why is if I'm rotating and moving, right? Long as that thing, that card, does not block my view. That's the main thing. If you put it here, close, like here, it's distracting. It's literally distracting, and it throws your depth perception off, and just in general. That's why you just chuck it all the way in the back. Okay? I do not want to see everything in the front. Do not do that. Especially when I come over to help out, it just throws everything off. Right there. Then when you look in the front, because it doesn't matter, it's still here. Everything's lined up. Okay? Then I'm going to do from the side. Spacebar, right? View, select camera. Okay? Environment, create. Folder. Side. Right? And I'm going to hit open. Here we are. Open. Okay, spacebar. See, I gotta know where I am. Here's my front, and here's my right, and here this is. I'm gonna just move it this way towards my right, I believe. Wait, or is it towards my left? Okay, let me just make something real quick. Right, see? You see my cylinder? It's being blocked. That's the reason why I made this. Wait, yeah, hold on. Let me grab this. Alright, good. Right. Fine. Now, I have it towards my right. I know it's my right because I'm looking at my front view. This is my right. As you can see, I don't see my my object that I just made. I quickly made a cylinder, which was here, right? Just to test it out. I can see it here. I can see in the front, right, top. The side view is being blocked because of this. Because right now, my this front, this side is like this. It's looking from here, and this card is blocking my view, regardless how far I go. But again, pull it back, now I will see it. I am sure students will experience this. I'm absolutely sure. Now you know what to do, right? Pull it towards your left this way, which would be negative x, like way around here, and now you will see it. Okay, I'm in 4 view, 5 view. Okay, 4 view for wireframe, 5 view for shaded. Your side view, put it way over here, right? And that's all you gotta do. And let's see if you have a top view. View, select camera, top view, create, right? And now it's gonna be flat, right? This is top view. It sets it up for you, looking down. Folder. Alright. So let's pretend you have a top view, because right now I'm missing that sketch for the top. But this one is for the photo reference, but which is fine. I'm just going to use an example, hit open. And this one is huge. So again, this is just for demo, right? Pretend that's the right size. And you could just pull it down, right? Because when you look from here, it will still be stationary, right? So yeah, that's how you can, this is how I suggest you set it up, right? So it's away from the model, press F to zoom in on it, and like this, so it will not block your view, these guys. Okay, and when you place them, again, for example, your side view, right? Place it towards this way, towards your left. That way it won't block your view in here. Okay, and that's about that. Next, you should name everything. This is your front view. I'm gonna click on it and type in front. This is your side view. Type in side. This is your top, so name it top. Make sure to do that. And if you have things like this where things are kind of like out of order, you could grab, like, say the image plane top, right? All right, and then hold down the middle mouse button and just move it so it's just one line like that. But if you do something like this, it's gonna dump it into the cylinder like that. Okay, so move it. It's just that. Right, so front, side, top. Okay, and then you gotta make layers, display layers. So I'll grab this one, this one, this one, all of it, holding down the shift, and I will just put it in here. Okay, right, I click that right there. I had it selected first, then I click that. Underscore schematic drawings, and hit save. Alright, good, schematic drawings. And then you can reference it so you don't grab it by accident, because it will happen. Please do this. This is really important for your workflow. It is, because if you don't do it, you're just gonna end up leaving like that, and selecting it and unselecting it, selecting it and unselecting it. It just becomes a habit. I've done it before. Just get out of the way right now. Okay. And then next, photo references. Your photo references are, like I said, critical. So photo references are a different story. Okay, in terms of setting up the image references, you go to create, free image plane. Okay, create free image plane, create free image plane. There we are. Now, but same procedure in that sense, where attribute editor, folder, front, open, pull in the back. The image is huge because it's just the file size. And I'm just gonna move it on this side, okay? Because in the front view, it's not gonna block my way because it's right here, right? And I'm gonna just kind of scale it down a bit, like that. So from here I can see it. I'm building, right? Like that, blah blah blah, building. I can take a look, building. Maybe I'll just move it over here for a bit, squeeze it down, right? And I need to name this front photo. Okay. Next, create free image plane again, and the folder box, side, open, and it's massive. I'm gonna scale it down. Right, I'm gonna pull it in the back. Right, I want you could just kind of eyeball it if you want, like that. And I'm gonna just move it over here, right? And then from here, create free image plane, folder, like the back view, and open. I'm gonna kind of scale it down, push it back. Know where you are in your 3D world, right? Super important. but as you, oh good, yeah, it doesn't block my view. Wait, it does. I don't see my schematic drawing, so I'm gonna move it this way that we can see it. That. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna select that, press F. I'm gonna just pull out a bit, and then you notice how it does not block my view, these guys, so there's enough space, right? So that's how you do that setup, okay? Yeah, so that's about what, total 20 minutes. And lastly, I will grab these, ooh, I gotta name this, side photo, this one, back photo. I need all of these labeled. I will check this from now on. This will be part of your grade. All of these, it has to be here, because it's just it's critical, you know, for job, for this project, whatever it is. And now you're gonna click that, double click here, name it photo references, save. Okay, you can set a reference if you want. So that's pretty much that. Okay, and yeah, bye. Okay, so this is a second example of setting up the image planes. Okay, so I'll sit here, and yeah, so I already made it, the video, but this is a spliced in shot, spliced in video to just explain it, because I didn't go that part. So so when this cuts out, it's going to show you how I set that up. But I may speak as though that I'm going to start modeling this right away. So I'm just doing some editing where to show you, hey, I'm showing you how to set this up as well. Because there were some issues with the photo references where they were too dark. And yeah, and this is going to be a part of the image plane setup again, okay? So this is just explainer, and this one was slightly unique that the colors were dark in here, okay? And then it explains it there. And I'm going to cut that other video up into just this one image plane setup guide. So first item I'm using is this treasure chest knickknack. So front, side, top, they're all here. Press F, right? Okay. And I have my photo references. I'm gonna name this one front photo. Name this one side photo, and this one I'm gonna name back photo. Back photo. First thing I notice here is it's dark. That's bizarre. Why is it dark? It's a JPEG. First time I've seen this. So if this happens to you, and it probably most likely will, with who knows, you know, like different variables going on. What you can do is select it. First of all, go to the attribute editor. You want to go down to invert. That seems to work, and I have no idea why it does that. Well, as long as I can see everything, which is important. Okay. Oh, there's one more thing. Top view. Yeah. I mean, top view in terms of just the picture. And I repeat, I said this another one. For the photo images, right? Photo images, all you have to go is create free image plane, right? Don't use the same process and for the camera image reference. So from here, okay, folder, top, open, and I'm gonna invert it. Okay. Reason why I'm doing this for the photo references, in terms of setting it up using just the free image plane, like I just talked about. Okay. All right. So regarding that, I have to pause the video for a bit. Regarding the photo images, what I like to do and what I recommend is just putting it like this in the back, like a billboard. You know, like when you're driving and kind of look up while you're driving. It's like that because you're gonna be modeling and you're just gonna look up what's in front of you and you know, go from there. And yeah, so right there, so I can just model and look at it, and I'm gonna zoom here, press F, zoom out a bit just to test out if my billboards are far back enough. Ooh, see, I don't like this. I hate this when that does that. So I grab it, I'm gonna throw it back a bit more. That way I can still see from here, see? From the front. Always know where you are, I am in the front. Okay? Yeah. Alright, so next. Press F to frame it. It's just looking at everything. I'm gonna pull this down a pinch. Okay. It matches up. Right, and this one, the side one, it almost matches up, but it's fine. I'm gonna grab my top down, right? I'm gonna just pull it down here. I'm gonna grab my front, I'm gonna pull it back there, and I'll grab this one, and I'm gonna push it to my left. Remember, I mentioned that in the previous tutorial. All right. Okay. Now, schematic drawings goes into here. Right, photo references. Oh, what I did was I select them. I select it here, right? While all these are selected, right click, add selected objects, right? Because these are already made. But you know, if you haven't made these yet, you select them, you click on that, you go through the whole process, which I went in the other tutorial.